Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Bolt and today we're going to take a look at Transformers Legacy, Deluxe Class Blaster, and also Teeny Tiny Twincast. Now, as usual, pop the big guy aside for a second while we take a look at the tiny little fellow. Obviously I don't have too much experience, with Twincast, but obviously this is a very nice little cassette figure. I love the Soundwave slash Blaster feature of just little cassette dudes that fit in the chest and just hang about. And admittedly, this is the only figure that I own who does have the cassettes and does the feature to an extent where I can say I am happy with this. For a Cybertron Soundwave had a gimmick to it that I didn't really like, and Studio Series Soundwave had a bit of a odd deal with his Ravage, but this is probably the only one I can say this works and I'm happy with it. Also, I do have Siege Soundwave, but his cassettes I don't own, so I can't really speak on him. But getting sidetracked, Twincast here. Lovely, like metallic blue kind of color scheme to him. Looks very nice from this angle. Other angle does look like a robot doing yoga, but obviously you're doing him like this way. He's going to spend most of his time in this guy's chest, but I would say really nice little figure. I like him, nice and compact, very nice little, very satisfyingly rectangular, if you will, very satisfying shape. Obviously no articulation of this guy. He's just there. He's a block. So let me transform him, and we can get him into his robot mode where he can actually give us something to work with. And so here he is, our little friend Twincast. Look at him, how small he is. Right, yeah, he's like, he's tiny. Again, the detail on this guy is really nice, I will admit. He has a little painted face, so that's really cool considering how small he is. Obviously, nice sculpted detail on the chest and even the hands. There's a little like detail on his hands. It's really nice. Nice painted chest as well. A bit of a hollow back where his head is, but obviously he's an accessory. He comes included with Blaster. He's not really meant to wow you by himself. He's part of a two-package deal, and I love him for that. He's doing the best he can. And it does look really nice. I will admit, he is transparent plastic, and as I mentioned in my my Grand Galvatron video with Ghost Starscream, a bit of concern considering he is, transparent plastic, because I've heard my horror stories, and this is a more recent figure. But I haven't had any problems so far. Like, look at it, he's like little feet. That's really cool. I really like how sculpted detail this guy is. In terms of articulation, he can do the full up and down the arms, and the head swivels, and the arms go and the knees go. It's all well and accounted for. He can't hold anything, unfortunately, because his hands are literally just sculpted details. There's no ports or plugs or anything. But actually, probably can put something in that big hole there. If I grab Blaster's gun real quick, you can give him Blaster's gun, but obviously that's massive, and he topples under the weight of his own weaponry. He's like a massive like a tiny Megatron with a massive gun. So massive I can't even hold it. But let's pop good old. Oh, come here. Let us pop Twincast aside and talk about Blaster, shall we? Now here we have Blaster, the main man of the show here. Gotta say, this is probably the best Blaster we've had ever, really. In terms of G1 Blaster, they've really been killing it these last few years with G1ifications of figures. As much as I love Fall of Cybertron Blaster, that was sort of a interesting take on the character, but getting sidetracked again. He is a lovely Blaster. Getting into the details, these knobs here don't actually work, sadly. None of the buttons here do, but this one here does, and it opens up the chest. If I really quickly transform thingy again, to actually show you that he does fit in the little chest cavity. As I say, this figure probably does the feature best, in my opinion, from what I've seen. I don't like, I'll say the other figures I own who do the feature don't do it to an extent where I can say I'm happy with this, but obviously this guy, you pop him in there and you close him up and he does the feature well. There's no jams, no nothing. He just pops out and you can easily get your fingers in to take him in and put him out. So we'll leave him in there, we'll tuck him in nice and tight. In terms of like the other sides, get a bit of feet there, which is a bit of a shame. On the other side, same as well. Can't really do anything articulation wise here, but I really like at the bottom as well, and at the, like, on top you got a little handle. Can't really carry him too well, but it's nice for show. And also, as I was just about to say, he only really looks good from like this angle, or this angle. So you look at the back and oh my god, it's just the man curled up, isn't it? The illusion does start to break when you look at him from like on the top or the bottom. But as I said, as I say many a time, you only really looking at your figure from like this angle, not like you're not a madman who displays it like this. But you know, as I said, this is, and again, this isn't a masterpiece. You're getting what you paid for, which is like £30. This guy. But well, actually, before we go into the robot mode, let me show you his blaster real quick. Which Blaster's Blaster. It is a nice little, like, bit generic of a gun, but it is quite nice, I find. You know, like a general, like, army building, troop building, like, rebel trooper kind of, like, blaster gun. And also, find a little thing you can do with this. Go to the back. He has got ports on the back of his thingy, his back. He has got some ports on his back, so you can plug that in there, like so. And it looks a little bit like an antenna, which is just a nice little fun thing you can do with the figure. Nothing else really to say about the robot mode, not robot mode, the boombox mode. So let's get him transformed into his robot mode. And here we have Blaster in his robot mode. Now, just to get into the nitty gritty of things, even that's what I'm trying to say. He does look really nice in terms of like the best blaster we've gotten, as I said, in modern times. Even though I love the Fall of Cybertron version, probably the best G1 blaster we've gotten in a very long time. Getting into the nitty and gritty, lovely head sculpt, as I say, looks a lot like the G1 cartoon version. Also, can see twin cast in there. Looks very nice. I do love it when you can see the cassette boys inside the chest. I don't know if Studio Series Soundwave does it. I have a feeling he doesn't. I don't know why just that one comes to my brain, but you know, as you do. He does look like he should be able to push his button. He can't really get there. Like, he can't really get to it. Obviously he can push the button, but I think the hand also gets in the way a bit. You can see the finger there sort of gets in the way of the hinge, so you have to, like, you can pretend he's doing it. You can put his finger there, and then you can just do it for him. As I say, you know, the feature does work in robot mode as well. Coming down to the, actually not going down to like the arms as well, look quite nice and blocky. Nothing too fancy to say here. So we'll go down to the legs. The handlebars, if I just pop it off, the handlebars do stick to the legs, which I'm a bit of a shame, but what can you do? Considering how flush this figure is, I mean, look at that back. That is just mwah, perfect. I love it. Nice and flush. A bit too flush actually with the thing there, but you know, what can you do? Let's say this isn't a masterpiece. This is a general retail figure, and for how clean he looks, they're just miracle work here. The legs, a little bit of speakers as well. Love to see it. Another handlebar on the side, a bit of kibble on the back, but this is the back. You're not, as I say, not displaying your figures like this, but displaying them like this. Articulation wise, you've got the usual arms out, elbows in, nothing at the hands, unfortunately. Head, bit of up and down, and a swivel, as all swiveling fingers should. Bit of knees, bit of oh no. Got all the posability you would ever need. Bit of knees, bit of in and out, up and down. Nice bit of pivot as well at the feet. Love to see it. Nice bit of posing. Makes, oh, there's the arm back down. All makes for wonderful ways for me to pose the figures at the end of the videos, which, speaking of, let's get to it now. And there we have it. My review of the Transformers Legacy Voyager Class Blaster. He's a very lovely figure. I would highly recommend him. Also, because he's basically the same figure, I would also recommend the Twin Cast as well with Rewind, who I know is a very popular character. Just if you can get either one, I would recommend it because they are both a very lovely little pack of figures. I am going to be disappearing again for the next few weeks because I'm going to be disappearing for Christmas. But don't fret, because we'll be back in 2024 with a brand new set of figures which I am very much looking forward to reviewing. Like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you all in the flip side.